If I was to get married, I would be married. But why? Mnajua vile ni ngumu ku get married. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is another video. We're doing a part 2 of sister talks. So in today's video we are going to be talking about female adult friendships. And how you should treat people in general. You get? So we're just going to be talking about adult friendships and how hard they are. So watch up until the end to hear our ideologies, experiences, expectations. Mimi kama ni rafiki yangu John nitakupa expectations zangu hapa. Please follow. Na mniletea maua.
Tulisema kuna expectations but here we
anyway, let's start. So I think maybe first of all, adult friendships are the ghetto. Leo kuna rafiki yangu kuna birthday sijampigia kumwambia happy birthday. Dinga Niro nitampigia unikumbushe.
Actually, let me tell you a funny story. So there's this friend of mine we met in high school. Stella, hi. So she's my best friend. Like this girl has been there like for how many years now? Stella? Like it's been so many years. So Stella has been my best friend all along. Stella ni yule mse mwenye we will not go 2 days without talking. But guess what, guys? Do you know when last I saw Stella? Honey, when is the last time we saw each other? It's been so long. It's been months. Actually, but it's been so long. Yeah? So it doesn't mean that we don't love each other. Oh, we love each other a lot. And we talk a lot on phone. But adult friendship, keeping adult friendships, it needs a lot of maturity. Because believe you me, the younger me, tungekuwa tulisha break up. Mbona na text na how reply? Mbona how pick calls zangu?
I know.
You know, those kind of things. But the fact that we have learned, we are both mature enough to know, babes, I'm in the theater, I'm not able to pick your calls. Babes, I am in a meeting, I'm not able to pick your calls. But the moment I come and I'm nimepata hiyo free,
nyinyi wote in a free moment. I think,
and you see, if there's one thing I really appreciate about Stella is every time she calls me, the first thing she asks me is, are you in a position to talk? Let me tell you guys. When you know mnatupigia simu, you do not even want to know kama niko in a position to pick that call.
I know. Acha kuangalia
vibaya. Hautaki kujua whether I'm in a meeting. Hautaki kujua kama amina, you know, like if I'm really in the right space.
Yes, headspace
to talk with you, because I know for a fact the people who kama mimi wakinipigia simu najuanga this one is going to be like a whole hour, you know, of talking.
Am I ready?
And am I ready? Do I have something else that itabidi nimwambie, you know what, I'll have to cut you short, you know? And the fact that you will understand me when I tell you I want to cut you short, because hiyo nayo ni story ingine. Some people when you tell them sorry I have to cut you short, hey, offense from here to Timbuktu.
I know, but let me tell you,
you know,
kama for me, I have my high school best friend. Her name was Wandia. Wandia hatuongeangi na Wandia hata every day, hata not 2 days, hata every week we don't talk. But when we do, nitampea update ya kila kitu. Like she was among the first people kujua I moved into a 1 bedroom. Like she was among the first people kujua, because she's my best friend. We don't talk a lot. Ako mbali. Mimi niko Thika, ako Mombasa. How do we meet every day? We can't.
Possible,
Unaona? So it's hard. It's really hard to like balance everything out. It takes 2 to tangle. Hata si a relation, hadi friendship. Lazima pia Wandia akue willing to understand. Mimi I work weird hours. Unaona? Anaweza nicall nimwambie niko busy, siwezi ongea. Una get? Na mimi naweza mcall nimwambie siwezi ongea. But sisi tunatumiananga voice note, unaiacha hapo hata siku 3. Ile siku atasikiza na ajibu. You get? Because I think that is what it means to be someone's friend. Sometimes kama me and Sal, all of you saw Sal's moving video. If you haven't, naitag hapa juu, go watch. So Sal is my best friend. She moved to Italy. Mimi na Sal, we had a lot of, like, we strained kugo when she moved tuliongea, then when the year started to like fall out, we had like a tough time kuongea because hours zetu hazifuatani. Unaona?
Yeah.
Sometimes atani call niko job nimkatie simu. Mimi nimcall ako job akate simu. You get?
Yeah.
Tutaka like a whole 3 weeks hatujaongea, but when we do, we talk. So it took both of us to understand. Sometimes yeye ananipigia niko, I'm busy, I can't talk to you right now. Na yeye nampigia kwa like, yo,
yeah,
mimi niko na mtu siwezi kukibora, mimi niko busy. Mimi ndio nakuwa na mtu. Mimi nikiwa na boyfriend msinipigie kwanza. Nitakuwa naandika hapa notification, don't call me. Kwanza wewe wewe kwanza ushanipigia hapa nikiwa na mpoa mara 1 million.
Hadi uoni. Let me ask you. Mimi nitajua je.
Ukiona umecall 3 times sishiki, don't call.
Let me tell you guys. Mimi there's one thing I
but
do.
Then you don't know how to
Unaona, for her, she's one of those people who, my friend, I will call you until you pick that phone and tell me you cannot talk. You cannot just
na kama niko nini nachukuaje?
Shida yako mmetaki kujua. But okay, seriously speaking, the rule is if you call me twice and I don't pick,
don't call again.
Don't call again.
Wait.
Don't call
I will
again.
call you back.
You know? And I feel like growing up and being an adult has taught me personally so much about relationships. Adulthood has taught me a lot of growing up. Let me tell you guys. I have another friend called Kananu. Kananu knows me. Hey, Mimi na paragraphs, my friend. And those people who will write a whole book. In fact, there's a time she was telling me, if you had put that into if you were actually to do a book, say ungekuwa millionaire.
I know.
I'm that person I used to write a lot. Like kama umenikosea ama sijui nimekupigia ukakosa those petty issues, Yeah, actually I was a very petty person. I will write you a paragraph and you'll just be sitting there thinking, wow, you know, all this for what? You know. But I have grown up. Kunywa tu, hakuna kitu itafanya, ni nyama.
Wadau, ni tuaje doba itawatana githoko.
Kwa nako metacha ni ndomba.
Ni ndomba. Guys, ni ndomba imeingia kwa drink yangu. Ile doba itawatana githoko.
Lazima ni fruit fly.
Wewe, huyu ndio amesoma kwetu.
It's a fruit fly. Anyway, so I am learning a lot of like really understanding people's timings and also not being too expectations. When you call me, please don't call ukijuanga anaweza kosa kupick. And it shouldn't, if you're my friend, it shouldn't like mean atisipendi ama you know those kind of things. You're sweetie new toto. I find it very childish.
You invite me somewhere, I can't make it, and then you get unani cut off juicy ku make. But then
maybe for the longest time their friends akipoleni, but I'm really sorry, they're friends who've had big events, but being a mother and being a wife at the same time, I have found myself not attending my friends' functions. Honestly speaking, last year ndo nilianza kuattend vitu za watu. You know, like a friend calls akona rurashio, ninaenda. Sijui nani calls kitambo, look, I'm thinking, and then sasa naambia mtaacha watoto na nani, sijui nini, you know those issues.
Kazi itafanywa lini, you get?
Yeah, so if you find me not coming, if you invite me somewhere and I do not show up, sweetheart, imagine it is not personal. We are all adults. We have things coming up every single day. And if you achana na hiyo kitu
kijiko
kijiko
na sasa kutuma pinaje uko busy.
So if you invite me somewhere and I do not come, sweetheart, sometimes hata naweza kuwa sikuwa nimepanga. Things happen, priorities change.
I know.
Imagine priorities change. Until you learn to actually accept that priorities change. And ukate tu hizo expectations, baby girl, baby boy, honey. Imagine utaishi na makasiriko. You'll always live feeling, she's not even my friend. I know. She's not even supportive.
But I think friendship is not measured by how much I attend, how many times I attend your event, how much money I lend you.
Yeah.
Hey, for me, I have like, if you ask my friends, watakwambia kama kuna mtu anakuwa na marafiki 1 million ni Val. Me, I have so many friends. kuna friend mwenye tulipatana mahali tukaongea twice, we are friends. Kuna mwenye you get. So what I do, I know I have friends for different things. Niko na friend mwenye mpoa akinikasirisha, iki kijamaa kinanibo. Niko na friend mwenye stangu akinibo, iki kistangu kinanikasirishanga. You get. Niko na friend mwenye if I am broke, sister, tuma kadhaa mtu nikurudishia Sunday. Because I know this person, nikimkopa hata nikose kurudisha Sunday ataget. You might get. I have this friend mwenye, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm frustrated, this is the person I call. I have these friends wenye, the first thing like any nikifikiria tu hivi kuolewa ni wao watakuwa kwanza kujua, because these are the people I think like they're my close friends, they're in my inner circle. You might get. So I think people need to understand that friendship is not the same for everyone.
Usianze kujicompare ati si nani anakuanga best yako na umwambia wako.
Unaona mimi Sal siko baya. Mimi Sal I will call her, nimwambie all my problems, but it's really hard nimitishe pesa because I understand she's in a new land, she's doing things differently from me. You get. But kuna Su atakashi na 10 bob, wewe tuma hiyo shilingi 10 very fast.
Amesema shina you guys, but it's okay.
Atakama sina 10 bob. She is that person I'll call and I'm like, Su, tuma 10 bob. My get. Then there is one day is that person I'll call when I'm stressed, I have emergencies, I have like nikifeel maisha hai work out for me. He's the person I'll call. Okay. Then there is Nemsi. Nemsi ni yule rafiki mwenye, yo toka class kama umekuja kwangu very fast. Hata si please ni akue hapa by saa 7 because I need you at that time. Na yeye akinihitaji akule uko tupatane kwa nyumba. Make it. Because that is how friendships are.
Can you talk
Kila
about
different?
Can you talk about friends? I feel like we need to talk about friends who like every time you have unaona kama sasa every time I have to say I am going through something and I call you, I want us to talk about it. For some reason unaanza ku you know those people who you won't even speak.
Anasema hata mimi kuna siku anasiha.
By the way, I used to be that friend sometimes.
And it's not nice.
I used to be that friend. I think when I was in campus or in high school, either or. By the way, I have grown a lot as a person. I have grown a lot as a person. And your time nilikuanga yule msimonye because I think I went through so much when I was still very young. And your time when someone would come to tell me something, I would always try to find an associating story.
Yeah, and it's not nice.
Guys, that thing is fucking annoying.
You should stop.
It is annoying.
Just listen
like
to
when
the
I
person.
Come, exactly. Sometimes when I come to Val to tell her, you know, sijui kumeenda kumefanya. I don't expect her to start giving me her stories.
I know. I don't.
It is my
siko baya. I don't care what you've been through. It is my time. I am here.
I am calling you so that you can listen, not for you to start telling me, hey, baby, wacha sita. Unajua hata mimi ni
I know.
Babes. And if there's one person, and I keep mentioning Stella a lot, forgive me guys, but guys,
kumbuka hizo words zenye nilikuwa nataka kwanza na I keep talking about Stella a lot.
Ngoja. I keep talking
about
about Stella a lot, and it's because nitaendelea na story.
Sawa, endelea guys. Your new host.
Yeah, so I keep talking about Stella a lot because Stella has been there in like all of my adulthood. Like all of it. I met Stella when I was in Form 2 and she was in Form 4. Form 4. Yeah, she was in Form 4. So actually our engagement was not that long. But honey, that girl, the way she even looked for me after campus, I'm like, oh, you know. But anyway, I keep talking about Stella a lot because Stella is that person who will give you time. Unajua yule mtu mwenye unapigianga unamkelelesha ni kama ni amefanya makosa and she will still listen. Stella is that person, and I appreciate that so much because I have had people who nimekupigia simu kumwambia you know ABCD is happening and they start giving me associating stories and then you end up feeling like, okay, why was I calling you in the first place? Because number one, you've not even listened to me, you've not even like you've not served the purpose, but like you just have purpose. So in essence ni kama nime waste airtime yangu. Sorry, but what are you doing? When someone calls you, especially if they are a close friend of yours, and they are venting and they are lamenting and you know they're going on and on about something, your job is to sit there and listen. Na si ati unyamaze kwa sababu wengine wenyu pia mko na madharau ati newarekia ujire, you know, see ati unyamaze ukiwa like you just sit there and just keep quiet, like be engaged in those, you know, the listening skills, like if it's a face to face, I want you to look at me, put your phone aside, listen to me, you know, give me that space to be able to express myself, to be able to tell you exactly how I'm feeling, exactly like describe for you the situation, you know. And then after I am done, then that is when I will invite you to tell me, by the way, from what I have heard you say, okay, I just started my counseling video. Ooh, guys, but I'm a counselor by profession. No, counselor by
You're a counselor by profession.
I'm a counselor by profession, but I'm not practicing counseling. But sasa nimejipata nikianza kusema, what I heard you say is yeah, so after I have lamented, I have vented, I have, you know, I have given you my scenario, my side of the story. That is, after all that is when I expect you to now tell me, from what I heard you say, this is what happened, you know. And Mimi, I appreciate honesty, you guys. Oh my God, I appreciate honesty. In that, Mimi, I know I am not an angel. And when I come to you as my friend and I tell you about a situation, nata wewe mwenyewe for real unaona hapo ni mimi nilikosea. Mbona unanidanganya ni wewe mtu mwingine?
I know.
Like, why do you feel the need to like
verify my
yeah, why do you feel the need? Right. I mean, if I am wrong, I am wrong. And if you're my friend, I expect you to tell me, by the babes hapo ulikosea. You know, instead of that you should have done ABCD. Unaona? Put yourself, like, I need you to help me make sense of the situation. Yeah. Help me understand this other person's side of the story and their perspective. Yeah. But si kila time ati nikikuja kukuambia kitu, kila time ambia aki huyo mtu anakuwa mbaya.
Na labda ni mimi nilikuwa na makosa, by the way si poa.
Imagine it is not nice. Be honest.
Be honest to the other person. Tell them.
Yeah. Sometimes actually, most times kama sasa when I'm coming to tell you, ni your hit of the moment.
Yeah.
And what I need you to tell me is to show me where I was wrong.
Kwanza mambo ya mpoa.
Kwanza hiyo mambo ya
mpoa ni tricky, my guys.
Huyo bonako, huyo
ni mbaya. Wewe boyfriend yangu si mbaya, ni mzuri.
Sometimes I just want you to tell me, okay fine, B hapo, ebu angalia Kenya ulisema. Ebu now look at this objectively. Not subjectively.
Mimi nikikuta kwa mambo yangu ni mbaya. Mimi ukiniambia ni mbaya tutakosana.
No, mimi I understand sometimes ni ile, you know, but see ati sasa unaniambia hivyo and you're not showing me where I was wrong. And at the end of the day you're not telling me, you know, this is how you handle it.
But unajua mambo ya mpoa venye ni tricky wewe.
Kwa nini? Kwa sababu sitaki uniambie mpoa wangu ni mbaya.
Juu kama for instance mimi na mpoa wangu. Wewe ni ngumu nikuja nikwambie mpoa wangu alinikosea in this and this way.
Yeah.
Because utaishi kuona hiyo picture yake in your head. Hadi nikimleta nikwambia ndio huyu mpoa tumeamua kuoana, utakuwa like But for a friend, mtu kama Sarah Masu, I'll be like, nani ananikasirisha?
Alifanya
ABCD. Then they'll be like, wacha tu observe kama Su tells you, wacha tu observe tuone kama atafanya hivyo tena. Umeket?
Yeah.
This way ni kujitoa, anajitoa kwa like mambo ya watu wawili wa duvet, watu wangu. Watu wawili wameshare duvet akiwa leo swing. Mimi huwezi kuja na mambo yako nyumbani sema ni mbaya huo.
No, but you see sometimes I feel like kama sasa when I'm talking with Stella, we talk a lot, that's for sure. And she's that person who I will tell absolutely everything, you know. And sometimes nikienda kumwambia na niambianga, Bridget, because by this Stella will tell you, Bridget, shut up. Keep quiet. Have you looked at it in this way? You know? And it is in that moment you realize, by the way, you know, sometimes we may not accept it because we are women now, hatukubalingi makosa virahisi. But from a friend, when she tells me, Bede Bridget, mbona ulifanya hivyo? You know, why don't you think, or do you think you should have done better? Because that is what she tells me.
Utaifikiria later uko like, she was making a point.
But for her, she tells me, like, after nime complain kila kitu, she'll ask me, Bridget, do you think you'd have done better? Ama, what do you think was your role in all this?
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you need someone to actually ask you that question for you to think about your role in that particular thing.
Believe there's always two sides to a coin.
Absolutely. Actually, there are three. There are three sides to a coin. Yes.
Which one? Ebu educate us.
Kuna ile ya simba,
kuna ya kichwa,
na kuna hii ya gadhiruri.
I get it.
So there are three sides of a coin. Sometimes the front and the back are not enough.
The gadhiruri matters.
The gadhiruri is what will bring the nini. Like
anyway,
window hiyo simu inaisha charge.
Walai. Wacha tumaliza hii video. Let's wrap it up.
Guys, window hiyo inasema.
Mimi nimesahau.
Yes guys. So, tulikuwa tunasema
we were talking about telling each other
the truth.
You're wrong.
Like
tell each
just
other the truth.
Be honest. If you're my friend, I want you to be honest. I value honesty, by the way. I really value honesty.
Anyway, there's something I thought about and we were supposed to talk about. I forgot. Kakitu si kazuri, by the way. Guys, keep away from alcohol.
It's not good for your
health.
It's not good for
your health.
Nana vya mimi sikunywi.
Na vya mimi ninasahau vitu haraka.
Yes.
What was I to talk about?
She thinks about what to talk about. Wacha watu, just be genuine.
Yeah.
Be genuine.
And be real.
Be real. I mean,
why can't you take rafiki tu suni show?
You know, like we are adults, sita kuchapa. You know, unaona there's a meme nilikuwa nimepost sometime back on my status. Ilikuwa inasema, if there's one thing I have appreciated as an adult is being honest, because at the end of the day nobody is going to beat you. Hakuna mtu atakutandika, my friend. Just be honest. Ukikuja sasa uniambie, by the way, I don't feel your vibe. I'll just
nimekumbuka what I wanted us to talk about. He probably hauta relate. But my 25 and 24 year babes muna relate. Let me tell you, by the way, na siku baya. Unaona vile tulikuwa tunaambiwa ati itafika point unapata pressure. I swear it is there. Juzi tulikuwa tumeenda rush ya beshte yetu na we were all there asking ourselves, uko serious na maisha ama uko na joke? Because I swear, as in sahi age yenye tuko sisi inatupea so much pressure. Butani your light hivi tuangalie. Hivyo. Tani hivi kidogo, tilt kidogo. Yeah. The other way round, tilt hivyo. Hapo. So, the other day we were with friends at a Rurashio and the first thing was like, hey, una feel aje? Everybody is like, wow, pressure. Because, unaona ukiwa 24, 25, 26, your friends start getting married, getting babies, kids, you know. Unajibaki uko like, kama mimi sitawadanganya, mimi your pressure kuna time it gets to me and I'm like, God, I want to get married. Nataka Rurashio, alafu nakumbuka hata mama yetu tutaimaliza. And then I'm like, I want babies. Then nakumbuka, sina pesa. Plus, God, as in your pressure ni real. Wewe hii najua uta relate sana.
No, by the way I do.
But your pressure ni real. Like, kwanza when you know you get to that age at 24, 25, and everybody's like, how old are you again? Hey, get married. How old are you again? Get babies. Hauna mtoi. Kama mimi, unajua by the way, ushago ni mimi tu sina mtoi. You know? So sometimes uko like, hauna mtoi, hauna bwana, mtupe break. Wengine wetu we are looking for the bag first.
No, actually, if there's one other thing I am accommodating is those people who you've heard of those people who call themselves childless and happy. Child free, not childless, child free. There's a child free thing. At first I would not understand how
do you want to be child free?
What do you mean?
Your generation is here hapo, I know.
Like, what do you mean utaki, you know? And I would be the first person to really judge. I would be on that one, guys. I was a judge.
Guilty.
A judge.
Yeah, you are a judge. But you're a judge. Oh my God.
I was a judge. Guys.
And
I was a judge. I was a judge on that. But I am coming to realize people out here, the people who seriously, kuna wale wanajifanya child free. Kuna wale wanajifanya because they do not have money, they just have other reasons, but it's not that they do not want. If everything else was favorable and conducive, they would have those babies.
Come on.
But Hapana, unajua child free, by the way, child free means whether you have money or not,
you don't
whether
want
everything you do not want a baby, like hautaki kabisa.
I get.
Na kuna wale wenye ni situations. Ni
kama mimi vitu kidogo nishike hivi bag.
Exactly. Kuna wale watu wenye ni circumstantial. Watu alafu mtu anajiita child free. Honey, if I gave you that child $1 million bucks, you will definitely, that is the first thing you will do.
Actually,
and if you do not want, if you're serious about being child free, you will do everything in your power to make sure you're child free.
Including
legal ligation, nini, everything to make sure hakuna chance kabisa. But sweetie, bado unatumia P2 na unasema child free.
Child free, what is P2 and child free going together?
Honey, please. People understand that term.
Yeah,
but my point is, there are people who really do not want, and it's about time that we as Africa actually accepted it. Accept that when a woman says she's child free and means it, it is what it is, and you do not have a right to
force that person to have a baby.
Yeah, ati kwa nini hauna
watoto? Kwa nini mtaki watoto?
You know, it is a choice I have made, and if I tell you I do not want kids, let it end at that. Don't start asking me for reasons for. I'm a mother of 2, so maybe I want kids.
Mama, send me 2 beautiful babies. Those babies are.
If I start talking about how nikianza adjective sitamaliza. So I mean, I used to be that person who's like, hey, what do you mean utaki watoto? Like, are you sure you know? But right now someone tells me hataki, I'm like, okay, that's it. Actually, imagine I will. Because if you do not want, you do not want. Why bring up kids? Like, why bring kids to the world that you will not take care of? You know? And if you get a kid that you do not want, it is an unwanted child, and you're going to treat them as such. And what do you do with unwanted things? Class, become a teacher.
You start not taking care of them.
Thank you.
Kwanza niko na news. So unacheka wote.
Venye unajibu. You start not taking care of them. Venye tulikuwa tunafanya primary. Yeah, so imagine starting embracing it. There are people who are child free, and it is their choice, and it is okay. Kama wewe unataka pata 10, kama pata whatever number of kids you want, go ahead and have them. But if someone says they do not want, don't judge them. They do not want, period. Don't go asking them, "Aki kwa nini hutaki? Kwani kuna shida?" You know, some of you are shameless, by the way. Not very shameless. Ati mbaya. Kai, ama kuna shida.
I know. Wait. Wawe wacha, kuna wale watu wengine bado wanakuza, "Kwa nini unonangi?"
Hiyo ni pasa.
Mimi mtu asiwahi niuliza kwa nini sina rangi. Bale ama wale wakukufanya hivi. Unajua ile hiyo mimi ati watu wakukufanya hivi anapima. Wewe. Kwa nini? But then let me tell you, kuna vitu you're supposed to know how to mind your business. Kama if I was driving and now I'm taking a matatu, don't ask. If I was married, now I'm living alone, don't ask. You can
imagine it is none of
if I was pregnant, now I'm not pregnant, don't ask. I mean, vitu zingine ni common sense. How do you go to ask someone that silileta ukiwa na mimba? What do you mean?
Hata mnapatanga wapi guts? Bidile mkiteni. Unajua
kama unaona sina mimba unauliza wapi kwa wapi?
By the way, unless you are very close, of which I wouldn't expect you to ask that, because I told you.
Kama tuko close, inamaanisha if God forbid I was pregnant, I'm no longer pregnant, probably miscarriage, abortion, whatever it was. If I chose whatever happened, I will tell you. If I don't ask.
When are you getting married, honey? Who told you want to get married?
Mimi kwanza niulize. Kwanza unajua by the way, that is one thing that has been annoying me. Because sahi niko hiyo age ya kulizwa, kwani unaolewa lini? Ni mamondo aje wameolewa, mbona unaolewa? Kwanza hiyo ya watoto. Kila mtu akona mtoto ni wewe tu. Kila mtu ameolewa ni wewe. Zingine by the way, unakumbuka tu respect. Unasikia kuitupa huko umjibu. Because why on other you asking me when I'm getting married? See? If I was to get married, I would be married. But where? Mnajua vile ni ngumu ku get married. But it's true.
Mbona unaongea na machungu hivyo?
Mimi najua nikuuliza na watu, unaolewa lini? Unazaa lini? Sina pesa ya harusi. Nitumieni kwa M-Pesa.
No, what you're trying to say, achana na huyu yake imeanza kuwa personal. What we are trying to say is, if unaona kama the way we have that poster that, I mean, I'm sure hakuna mtu mwenye hajui. The one say that says if you're not invited, don't
go.
If the same thing, if I did not tell you, don't
ask.
Don't ask. Because sometimes you never know. Actually, on a serious note, without being very like pissed about it, you do not know what I have been through.
Yeah.
You know.
You do not
know what happened for you to come and ask me that question. You do not know the kind of worms you might open from that. You do not know the wounds that you will chibua with that question. Yeah. If you found me,
be sensitive.
Be sensitive. Imagine, be very sensitive, because sometimes it's not about, actually not even sometimes, every time be mindful of the question you pose to someone,
and
especially when it is very personal. Kuna maswali zingine personal watu wangu. Lakini kuna watu huko nje hawasikii kitu.
Mlisema chills ni za fridge. Asa.
Kuna watu huko nje hawana chills. Yaani hawasikii kitu. Mtu anakuja na kuuliza swali, unajiuliza, where did you get how did you even
nguvu umetoa wapi ya kuniuliza swali kama hiyo? Anyway guys,
imagine what we are saying by and large is friendships, growing up, adulting imetufundisha maneno. Acheni niwaambie, ile mwenye alikuwa anasema when I grow up,
skimi nilikuwa nataka kukuwa na mansion by 25.
Mimi nilikuwa neurosurgeon.
Well, at least mimi nilikuwa fashion designer and I am. You remember?
Neurosurgeon and here I am.
You remember I wanted to be a fashion designer? Wadanga waaminingi nikiambia I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Yeah, but then you know you guys used to shona dresses for her dollies. And she was very small at that time.
Was a very small girl.
Orders,
I was a small pretty girl as always. Cheers to that. Anyway guys, I think it's time we wrap up this video. It's going to be so long.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to watch up until the end? If you've gotten to this part, please like this video. By the way, unajua liking, let me tell you guys, when you are liking a video on YouTube means more people get to see that video, more people get recommended to watch that video. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing, subscribing. Manze unani grow ya familia. As in,
subscribing is free.
It's free. We grow the gang.
Unajua kuna watu, but there are people who think ukisubscribe utakuwa unakatwa.
Haukatwi.
Sweetie, imagine subscription is free. Like hautawahi katwa anything. Because there's no way you're giving your details
money or it's
nothing.
just tip. That's it.
Imagine that.
And then after you subscribe, you hit the notification bell. So that whenever I upload a video, you're going to be notified. The first people to get notified that, you know what, Valngike has a new video, and then you're the first. Imagine kukua wa kwanza kuwatch video yangu.
Alafu usitukue na pack taki. You go tell a friend, hata kama ni mmoja peke yake. Have your bestie subscribe. Please, you guys.
Imagine let's grow.
Imagine
it's my sister.
By the way, Val has been on this for so long. By the way, she's been on this for so long, and you guys view. Please imagine, just click that notification bell. At least to fike 1,000 subscribers. Please, you guys. I'm serious. Me niko serious. But I'm the serious one in the family. Me niko serious.
Yeah, so
like go tell a friend, just one friend. One friend. Moja tu hivi, subscribe. That's all. Hiyo tu peke yake.
Hivyo tu.
Alafu sasa wewe ufinye tu hiyo like
hivyo.
Hivyo peke yake.
Muone tutahita 1,000, alafu nitakuwa nawapeleka Masai Mara, Mombasa, Nakuru. Uko kwingine ni wapi kwa unaendanga?
Sasa mimi uko sijui, lakini mimi nimesema I have spoken my spoke.
But anyway guys, I'm joking though. But you know, to subscribe bana. subscribe.
Yeah, please
thank
subscribe.
you so much. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
Share if you have any experiences, if you have something. By the way, at times it's not just about commenting about your experiences. Kama there is something and umesikia andika hapo chini. Let's be able to see. Give us your opinions.
Yeah.
This is the only place where your opinion counts.
Yeah. And also tell us if you'd like to see these sister talks.
Yeah. And tell us what you want us to talk about.
You want us to talk about. Umesikia sitangu kizungu. Huyu anafanya nikaa kwenda shule, but anyway, it's all right. Yeah, you know. But I'm proud. I'm proud of you, by the way. I know I don't say it often, but I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job as a wifey. As a mommy. Anyway, guys, tumalize hii video. Thank you so much guys for watching, for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, bye and work towards your dreams. I'm working towards mine. Subscribing, guys. This is my dream. Guys, you're not ujinga.